While the FIFA series has done impressive things on PlayStation, Xbox and PC, the Switch version is still lagging behind. Despite notable upgrades from the very disappointing FIFA 18, including a glossy Champions League makeover, inclusion of the enjoyable new house rules modes, and the ability to now play online with friends, FIFA 19 on Switch is still a frustrating and unrewarding experience, especially on the pitch. FIFA 19's moment-to-moment gameplay remains disappointingly largely unchanged from last year's under-par outing. The tempo of play is all over the place, with some players boasting ludicrous speed that makes them almost impossible to track as a defender, to others who give the feeling they're wading through tar as they attempt to turn with the ball. Passes zip satisfyingly along the grass, but fail to reach their desired destination with regularity. When smooth passages of play do occur, it often feels more like luck than skill or judgment due to the inconsistencies with passing, whether it's a short ball or a long probing pass. The same can be said of crosses. The same kind of unreliability means getting a forward to connect on the end of a cross feels more of a lottery than a well-executed move. Elsewhere, the middle of the park often resembles a pinball machine, with the ball cannoning off miscontrolling players more frequently than you expect from professional footballers. This happens far too often and can make each potential tackle a game of chance. The Switch version really lacks some of the gameplay innovations introduced to the core FIFA 19 in this regard. The lack of the revamped first touch system and the much fairer way 50-50 balls I decided could have gone some way to making me feel more in control of my team. One new gameplay tweak that does make it onto the Nintendo platform is the new time finishing mechanic. Sadly, this is largely rendered redundant by how easy it is to score in FIFA 19 on the Switch in the first place. Goalkeepers were in need of a serious overhaul from last year's release, but irritatingly they appear to be nigh exactly the same 12 months on. Some of the best shot stoppers in the world, such as Edison or Oblak, will fumble weak shots and react to others after they've hit the back of the net. They're so exploitable that I found myself shooting any time I got within 40 yards of the goal, and more often than not would find the target, with balls consistently ballooning off my foot and dipping under the bar at the last second, as if they've been popped in mid-air. Yes, scoring these blockbuster goals can be satisfying at first, but they soon lose their appeal after doing it for the 15th match in a row. All in all, FIFA 19's gameplay on Switch appears to have been largely neglected when compared to last year, and especially when compared to its big brother. Some new additions have made their way over to the portable edition, however. The Champions League brings with it all the glitz and glamour of Europe's premier club competition. This includes the iconic theme tune, graphic overlays, and new commentary duo Derek Ray and Lee Dixon. Full broadcast packages are now included, most notably for the Premier League, La Liga and Bundesliga, which is a massive upgrade on last year's generic and dull look and bring a new level of authenticity to each match. FIFA prides itself on its presentation, and this is wholly apparent on the Switch thanks to a noticeable graphical upgrade, especially when played handheld. Players look great from afar, but can get a little disturbing when viewed from a closer angle. This being said, it is still an improvement visually when compared to FIFA 18 on the Switch. The Champions League also finds its way into Ultimate Team and Career Mode. These are disappointingly the only major changes made to either. Foot hasn't got either squad battles or division rivals, two compelling ways to play that have been introduced to the other versions over the last couple of years. Career Mode hasn't been iterated on either, with the bland transfer negotiation screens a far cry from their 3D counterparts found on the PS4, Xbox One and PC. This single player mode is one that's been crying out for attention for a couple of years now, but considering it has not seen an overhaul on the core versions yet, it's unsurprising to see the Switch version remain the same. This lack of innovation is not aided by the continued absence of the journey, although for me, that isn't a great miss. There is a saving grace, however, which comes in the form of the several new kickoff modes. The ever-evolving nature of survival mode and the sheer chaos of no rules add an extra layer to local multiplayer. The headers and volleys mode I enjoy so much on PS4 is sadly less effective on the Switch, largely due to the inability to deliver an accurate cross. It is also again frustrating that these are not playable online, especially when this year the option to face off against someone in your friends list is now available. FIFA 19 is a threadbare experience on the Switch. The inclusion of the Champions League and a significant graphical upgrade goes some way to approaching the levels of presentation found on the PS4, Xbox One and PC version. But on the pitch it's a mile away from being a premium football simulation and fails to build on last year's game. I can see myself having some fun playing the new house rules modes locally with friends, but in most single player modes there is no doubt that it is a repetitive and unfulfilling experience. For more FIFA 19, check out a full match on the Nintendo Switch, or our review of the PS4, Xbox One and PC version.